The Pittsburgh Steelers, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers have finally agreed to terms on a contract that would make Rodgers their starting QB for the 2025-26 season. The 1 year, $13.65 million deal includes $10 million guaranteed and can be worth up to $19.5 million with incentives. What are your expectations for the Steelers now that Rodgers is officially on the team?
I hate it. Absolutely hate it. And I despise the move. Can't hate it more. But Pittsburgh organization, just for the past 4 years, I don't really know who's in charge anymore. I don't really know what's going on. A lot of the fan base that I interact with within Reddit streets, they're all confused. Half of the people think Mike Tomlin is the emperor of Pittsburgh who controls every single decision. He's ruining the franchise. The other half is blaming this on the Rooneys and the fact that they're cheap and they're trying to run the team like it's 1975 still. And that type of confusion from those two camps, it leads me to just not knowing what's going on. So you have, in the last 3 years, the ability and the hope of certain fans to draft young talent. They have not done that. Every single season, preseason, they pick the Steelers to win 5 games. And I think that they're doing that right now as well. The issue is that they're going to probably win 11 games with Aaron Rodgers, and they're probably going to lose in the first round again because they're not really getting younger at key positions, and they're getting older at other key positions. So relying on TJ Watt and Cam Hayward to win you 5 games again with Aaron Rodgers, I think he's better than Russell Wilson as a passer right now, if not on par. But I just hate the move because I just don't know who's in charge.
On par, I think when you said Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, I think they on par. What the Steelers, the reason this is a bad move for the Steelers is because we had that essentially in place last year. And even if you wanted to take a step down and see what Justin Fields give you and sign him to a discount contract like the Jets did, you're still in a better position than you are with a 1 year of Aaron Rodgers. The benefit of the doubt is being given to Aaron Rodgers to think that he can come in and take my team here and we may possibly make a deep playoff run before TJ Watt gets too old. It's ridiculous. There's nothing that's been shown from Aaron Rodgers for the last 5 years that would say, oh, man, he can take us deep in the playoffs and possibly win a Super Bowl. So it's
not individually.
It's true.
Not 5 years.
So individually, team, however you want to paint it. Aaron Rodgers is not a dude that you've seen it play in the last 5 years. You can say, man, he might come in and possibly win as a superstar. That's insane.
I will say
exactly. They give him the benefit of the doubt because of his history.
That's it.
Okay, but at the end of the day, that's respect earned. That's number one. Number two,
hold
on.
Where did Russell Wilson lose that respect? Where did Russell Wilson lose that respect?
Russell Wilson lost that respect when he was still with the franchise that drafted him, when they threw the ball at the goal line when you have somebody named Marshawn Lynch. That's when they lost respect.
Stop. You can't blame that on Russell.
I'm not blaming it on Russell. I'm not blaming that on Russell. What I'm saying is they lost respect for Russell Wilson for throwing that interception. And his career has been a downhill trajectory ever since. That's number one. Number two is that with the Steelers, the mindset, and here's the thing, I'm not pro Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers because I feel like this is not a long-term solution. And ever since Ben Roethlisberger has retired, they haven't been able to find the incumbent. That's the overarching issue. Aaron Rodgers doesn't solve that. But the idea is, if we're in one of the toughest divisions in football, we don't have losing seasons, and we feel that we're literally a quarterback away from making a run, I can see logically from their standpoint why this makes sense for them. Again, I'm with y'all because even if Aaron Rodgers does something good, right? Like let's say they make the AFC Championship game. You bring Aaron Rodgers back? And how long are you going to do that for? Because that's not that you don't have a long runway there. You know what I'm saying? The reason why that the Steelers have become the Steelers in modern era is because you drafted Ben Roethlisberger. And Ben Roethlisberger got you to 2 championships. You need to find the heir apparent. And that's their issue, that they haven't drafted, groomed, or brought in a guy that has enough runway. Now, the reports are that they wanted to keep Justin Fields, but if I was Justin Fields, I wouldn't want to stay after they treated me how they treated me. You know what I'm saying? I started, we won, then you brought in Russell. You started Russell Wilson over me, so I'm out.
Justin Fields,
What does it?
don't got that much leeway to be like, I don't want to be here. He
He
should
did-
be
yeah,
happy anybody
yeah.
wants him. Actually,
Yeah, and there was draft picks tied to that too. But FIFO, bringing up what you said, you talked about Russell Wilson losing respect at that game. Well, when did Aaron Rodgers? What has he done since then himself in that same amount of time? He hadn't done anything.
He said
He's
5 years.
been back to a Super Bowl.
He said 5 years. So
go back to
But-
Green Bay.
Yeah, you
all
can even go back.
All I'm saying is that he hasn't lost respect in the league. Has
Yes,
he?
why he's he
should.
should
That's
have.
the
He
point.
should.
He should.
FIFO. What is he doing?
If you're gonna tell me that Russell
all-
Wilson
all-
lost respect on that
Yeah.
Super Bowl play, if you're gonna tell me that and then tell me that Aaron Rodgers has lost no respect, it's something crazy going on right there.
The one thing that
Why?
we think about when we think about Aaron Rodgers is when he ain't been back to a Super Bowl. And
I know
every
he's only
time
been to one.
every time you think about him, you think about the off-field distraction that he's become in these last few years. He's done more from that than he has on the football field. Also,
Brett Favre
we
was
look
the same
at
way.
we talk about Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is not one player away. They don't even have a starting running back. You just traded away your number 2 receiver. You're long in the tooth on defense.
But-
They got a lot of weaknesses on that team.
I would say Shelton though is like, I think this may be right. Y'all can easily correct me if I'm wrong. There's only 4 quarterbacks right now that got a Super Bowl. It's Rodgers, Patty, Stafford, and Hurts. So if that's the case, meaning that like they're the only ones who got experience, who have like deep postseason experience. Everybody else from the niggas who we saying is better than Aaron Rodgers have probably not even yet to make it to a Super Bowl.
Russell Wilson.
So
let's
5. So it's 5. So Russell,
let's just do
Flacco,
Flacco. Yeah, Flacco. Let's just do Super Bowl appearances in the last.
Flacco barely in the league. He about to get cut.
I mean, shit, he probably won't start. But the Super Bowl appearances to me in the last 7-8 seasons, I'll give that respect. Really 6, 7. Honestly, 8 is kind of stretching it. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just with the Steelers, there's just like Sheldon is saying, there's too many issues. I don't understand the philosophy that they're building with. I used to have coherence. Like my father's a Steelers fan, so it's like I grew up on like the Shea Townsend. I grew up on Troy Polamalu and Casey Hampton. Like these are real dogs. Like what I'm saying, McFadden, all these people, Ike Taylor. So when I see what the Steelers have become, to me, this just can't be the doing of one coach. Like this just looks like too organizational ineptness to me. It looks like there's too many cooks in the kitchen. It looks like somebody could be having their authority overridden. Somebody could have too much authority, and there's just infighting that we're not hearing. And the reason why I say that is because the Steelers have kept infighting under wraps for so long with different players. Tomlin is the ultimate Band-Aid for Antonio Brown's issues. As long as you go out there and perform, I'll protect you from the media. George Pickens for 3 years. George Pickens was ready to crash out after every game, and Tomlin put his arm around him and said, "Yo, just chill. I got you." Until he can't stop, until he can't protect you anymore. So I feel like if that's how you are with players, there has to be within the brass problems going on.
I'm saying this, Ken. They kicking the can on this shit. They ain't trying to say the real shit. And I hate having to do this. That's why I be trying to let y'all talk first. See if somebody gonna stand up. Blue, I know your goofy ass ain't gonna do it. Steelers fucking up. Steelers fucking up.
Oh, so you saying the same thing I said?
Steelers. No, I'm saying it. And
I know why he said it.
This ain't got nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with
Mike Tomlin.
No, it doesn't. It has nothing to do with this move of signing Aaron Rodgers.
Mike.
The Steelers fucking up is because they could have drafted Shador in hella rounds to where they could have played both sides of this, of where like we bring in this young QB who has potential and he can be quote unquote groomed. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he did something with Jordan Love. Jordan Love said he helped him out a few times. So he can give him some advice to help bring him along. So no matter how good or bad the season went, we still got somebody in the wings. Somebody you could have gotten the 3rd or the 4th round. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't even have to reach to get him.
Shit, they could have got
and to me, so yeah, that too. So to me, it's just like you didn't do all that to just wait, 2 months longer than you probably could have to sign a 40-year-old drug addict. You know what I'm saying? It's like they fucking up. And y'all keep on trying to say, well, the Steelers, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got no losing record. I'm like, that's fine. But you know what he had right now, Sheldon, he real mid. The Steelers have been real mid for a long time. Meaning that it ain't gonna take you over the top, but it'll do you be all right.
They putting a lot of the burden.
Lou. We was smoking spliffs since 2016.
They're putting a lot of the burden on Mike Tomlin being such a good coach, because any other innovative organization, even if you had no plans to draft Shedeur Sanders, you still can take a flyer on him once he starts dropping down in the draft. And now, to you guys' point, at least if he comes in here and plays as well, if people have been reporting he plays in camp, I at least got a flyer on the future. The reason that this Aaron Rodgers decision is so dumb is because, like, I can't remember who just said it. It's just like we kicking the can down the road. Like, this may be good for what, a year, 2 years, possibly. Who knows if, like, we don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is going to come back if he does go to an AFC Championship game. We don't know how him and Tomlin are going to interact with each other week 8, week 9, week 10, when Aaron Rodgers starts tripping. Shit, even in training camp. We don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is going to come to training camp. He's notorious for that. It's like it's a whole lot of problems that the Steelers are signing up for that just don't seem to be worth it. And if there was somebody that was coherent in the front office, they would have said, you know what, let's go ahead and draft a quarterback.
And
they said they drafted Will Howard.
Right. A lot of the reasons why I thought maybe, one of the reasons why I thought that people could have used excuse for not drafting Shedeur was the circus that it brings from bringing him on the team. And that would have been a good excuse for Pittsburgh if they had not brought in a bigger circus by signing Aaron Rodgers. So that just jumped from in the frying pan into the fire. And you're not going to be in the arch sweepstakes. You already know that. So what is your plan going forward? Who is the answer? We know it ain't Will Howard.
You already know what happened, Shelton. They had too many niggas that was playing quarterback and they ain't do shit. So they said, we can always crack open the good old white man.
We're all pointing out is that there's no coherence here.
Spike, I thought you were behind this move.
Yeah.
Hell no.
What? Yes, you was.
You know, Spike,
I'm really surprised by your take.
You know, I don't like Aaron Rodgers.
You didn't like Aaron Rodgers. That's why I was surprised that you were behind the move.
You was behind it. You defended it the last time we talked about this.
You did?
Yeah, he did.
He was.
That's what I said.
If we're talking about the available options,
he said defended it how.
If y'all talking about, I'm going to take Mason Rudolph into the season versus Aaron Rodgers, take Aaron Rodgers. But
I think even we were talking about the Shedeur thing, and you were like, they weren't going to draft Shedeur because they signed Aaron Rodgers. That's the plan.
Yeah, I wasn't in support of it though. That was just what I read. I understood why they were doing it. Yeah, I wasn't in support of them doing it. I just seen what they were doing. I've never been in support of it. And now, even with my takes on Justin Fields throughout the years of doing this, that probably would have been the best route for them. Just keeping Justin Fields. Like, and seeing over the next 2 to 3 years what we have here, because you have a coach that has enough leeway to be like, okay, if they go 5-12 next season, it's fine because they're not gonna fire Mike Tomlin, and now we're in a position to possibly draft our quarterback.
You don't know they're not gonna fire Mike Tomlin, Lou. You don't know that.
They fired Mike Tomlin for going 5-12. They're a shit organization, way worse than we're thinking right now.
I mean, I think that we have to start approaching them like that at this point. Not like maybe not shitty, but just organization. Like I keep saying, man, the philosophy for how you build mid. We can say mid, pedestrian, purgatory. All these words about being in the middle, like not knowing where to go. You're not great and you're not trash, and that's the worst place to be in professional sports because there's nowhere to build off of just being, I mean, they're cool. There's that's, you know what I mean? That's the worst. There is nowhere in life where is cool. They're like, if someone makes food like that and you're like, how is it? And come on, man, give me some feedback. A girl you went on a fucking date with. How was the date, bro?
It's cool.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right.
It's terrible. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you this right now, Q. I agree with exactly what you're saying. However, McDonald's is an franchise and it sells billions by the day. And if a girl's a butterhead, but she's available, niggas go crack more than you think.
What you're pointing out is that when niggas are starved, they will accept anything. When you are used to, you know 5 stars as a Steelers fans from 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, when you're used to 5-star restaurant and now it's chicken and nuggets and soda, bro, you looking at them like, bro, you fell off. Like, what's going on? Like, and that's where I'm saying the coherence is gone. Where is the philosophy? Where is it at?
it speaks to what Q said. There is no spark in the front office. There's no spark. Like they're not doing or haven't done anything in a long time to make you say, damn, that was an interesting or a good move. They tried last year with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, but even now they fucked that up. Like that was something that they could have built on for a couple of years where they're not spending a lot of money on quarterbacks. It gave them an opportunity to explore what they had, though, Ken.
We'll be having the same conversation we're having now.
I don't agree with that.
I think
we had it all last year.
Yeah,
Justin Fields comes in like, okay, no, wait. So Justin Fields had that overlooming thing of Russell Wilson is going to be the starter whenever he gets healthy. If I bring Justin Fields back, regardless of how I feel about him as a starting quarterback, they say we going into this season with you being the starter and preparing him as the starter. You get a much clearer picture on now and the future if he can or can't play. If Aaron Rodgers comes in and he's great, I still don't know that he's coming back next year.
I think we knew what Fields was enough to not worry about keeping Fields around.
I think this is the last shot. All right, I'm pushing all my cryptocurrency on Justin Fields.
To me, he's Jameis Winston. Like he's Jameis Winston. He's gonna go around. He's gonna win a couple games. He might win you 5-6 games on a really bad team, but he's gonna be journeyman for the rest of his life.
You know what I think he is? I think he's an athletic Geno Smith.
I think he's Tyrod Taylor.
I think he's gonna have a Geno Smith year with the Jets.
But that goes to what I'm saying. We're having the same conversation. The conversation doesn't change. You know,
a Buick is a Buick, Ken. You know what I'm saying?
I think Ken, that even more says that this was a bad move because we're still talking about what could have been with other quarterbacks, what might be with future quarterbacks, even though they've signed what they think is their quarterback for right now, and nobody's convinced to be like, hey man, the Steelers might have a chance since they got Aaron Rodgers. We don't know. We've seen him play for the last 3 years. He may suck.
I don't know
more so than he had sucked.
Who are the wide receivers? Like, I don't know what's going on.
They got your boy from Seattle.
They said they may trade for Chris Olave. That's a potential rumor.
I mean, that's cool.
They talking about Terry McLaurin.
And they got DK Metcalf.
He said he was going there for
they got Metcalf. I get that, but
you know, he said his soul, and he has a lot of respect for Mike Tomlin. They've been in communication since this whole thing started, but his soul feels
ain't shit happened yet. It's easy. It's easy in the honeymoon phase, kid. You remember the honeymoon phase?
Watch how that shit changed when training camp rolled around.
I don't. You know,
why isn't he here?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
He's a 40-year-old drug addict, Lou. You can only expect so much.
Aaron Rodgers gonna skip OTAs to be at a Deepak Chopra reading.
Every day they're gonna be talking about why Aaron Rodgers ain't here, and then we're gonna get 2 or 3 weeks of the season. He's gonna be missing passes. Oh, that would have helped if he was at OTAs and like we've seen this shit every fucking time.
I'm thinking this year though. I was wondering if something was different because he signed so quickly. I'm like, did they make him come in?
He's not gonna be there, bro. I'll tell you that right now.
I'll tell you who's not there though. TJ Watt's not there, and that's gonna hurt a little bit if he ain't ready to go with.
Because TJ, he's tired. TJ is tired of having to win the first 6 games by his damn self every season,
and he won his money. He won
are the kids?
Kid, as quiet as kept. TJ doing this because he know the end is coming. As far as like him being dominant, I would say him being dominant because that back half of that season was about him too. It wasn't just about
he want his money before he started to look old. He knows it's like right exactly. Like man, I need to pay me before I get back out there because he knows what it might look like. Yeah, pay me now.
Pay me today because some ain't working tomorrow.
Some might not be right, bro.
But because it's nuts how you can pay Cam Hayward and then you don't got no money for me. Like Cam Hayward is 36. Like I'm what?
You know, I'm
33.
We're long. We have a long way to go, but I'm curious. Who's the offensive coordinator? Do you guys know?
From Atlanta.
Arthur Smith.
Still there?
Arthur Smith is still there. And he got fired after last year. The
Arthur
Steelers
Smith and Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Steelers are afraid to make moves.
He worked with Nathaniel Hackett. Work with Smith.
Fuck out of here. The Steelers have been afraid to make moves, and they're looking very Sacramento Kings-ish to me lately. Well, I'm just being real.
I mean, we have enough historical context to judge what we've seen. And I mean, it's clear as day when Big Ben retired, they didn't have a plan, and Big Ben held them hostage for a couple of years. you know, and they weren't prepared on what to do after the fact. They thought Kenny Pickett was going to be it. He wasn't it.
And they should have had us in the GM war room, kid, because we like let us goofy ass go. Let's
yeah, and I don't know. I think and I don't know who's actually running things. That's what I was asking. I don't know if the kids are running things now.
I think the kids. I think
most of the time the kids don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, a lot of these cases, the kids don't know.
The kids running a lot of shit. The kids running some of the Bengal shit. That's how shit ain't working out right now.
Y'all got it rough. But it don't. It's crazy though how Tomlin's steadiness has made us forget a lot of the dysfunction that this team has.
Ooh. You better speak for yourself, nigga. I ain't forget shit. I don't want to talk about that.
Everyone here is not
manipulating. The Steelers are manipulating the coaching genius of Mike Tomlin. They're manipulating it because they know that he's going out there and be a good coach.
Yeah,
exactly.
This team is dysfunctional.
If you remove Mike Tomlin, this franchise looks like the fucking Cardinals.
The Giants. Not even the Cardinals, the Giants.
Mike Tomlin has been there to coach their ass through 9 wins since he's been there, and that's what make it look like, oh, it's the Steelers. They got a franchise brand name.
That's fine, Lou, but that's not how you go. That's not how we gonna remember him. Because we're gonna remember him saying, no, I'm gonna say niggas gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it right now because I'm gonna say early, and y'all gonna call me a hater anyway. Niggas gonna look back and say Sirianni ran Pennsylvania, not Mike Tomlin, because if Sirianni get one more ring, niggas gonna be saying, who the fuck is Mike Tomlin and Sirianni? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, he already did the same shit Tomlin did so far in his career.
If Mike Tomlin had Howie as his GM, he would have 6 rings.
Mike Tomlin has had none of the support that.
And like I told you, Lou, if my grandma had wings, she'll be a bat.
Nick, you weren't saying that with SGA when you were debating.
You don't want to brought Nick Sirianni into this. I'm saying
about SGA.
A lot of things. I'm only talking about. He almost got fired. He almost got fired after going to the NFC Championship game.
Exactly. He almost did. You know what I'm saying?
So don't talk to me about Nick Sirianni.
I almost didn't go viral, but I did.
Regardless, that's funny. Regardless, we might be in a position now though where Mike Tomlin's coaching might be more of a detriment to the Steelers than an additive. Not in the sense that he's a bad coach. I think he's a great coach, but he is like, bro, he's making Lunchables into like a 3-star restaurant, and it's we are hyping it because every season, like he's literally chefing like dude from the Bear with Lunchables, and the reason why that it matters because I'm not trying to hear this Bengals like spice right now, but like this thing is the issue is every season preseason, oh the Steelers gonna win 4 or 5 games. I'll be shocked if they win 5-6 games, and then every season he won 11 games. He won 11 games.
Can I say something?
Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna let you go. He won 10, 11 games, and then after that, we start having, should Mike Tomlin get fired? He can't win a game. So which one is it?
Can I ask you a question, Q? Was the majority of Mike Tomlin's tenure with Big Ben, like, was it more than like 5 or 6 seasons, you would say?
I would say it's like 90% with Big Ben.
Okay. So you said that he's making Lunchables. He said making lunch. So Antonio Brown in his prime was a Lunchable Shelton. TJ Watt in his prime was a Lunchable Shelton. Who else he had? He had a couple other niggas. Cameron Hayward, that's a Lunchable too.
Super Bowls,
he had. I'm just saying, like, a lot of what y'all saying is Mike Tomlin's record that was above 500 came through with Big Ben and them big threes. So, Le'Veon Bell was a Lunchable Shelton. You know what I'm saying?
Like, have a quarterback? Like, I'm saying.
I don't know how many times.
Let me finish this point. Let me finish what I said. Let's not act like he didn't have talent and he didn't do it. He didn't take it to the level that he's supposed to.
A lot of the time,
niggas thought he would.
I want to ban this Tomlin getting. Let's have a conversation about Tomlin when he gets fired.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
This is becoming the LeBron is the GOAT conversation over and over again. Nobody's introducing anything. Yeah, it's just
for Tomlin.
I'm just making sure niggas don't forget, Ken, because niggas that they be talking.
Nick is being reductive because we'll go back and watch those games and see who was available to play. But because okay, so you can't judge a nigga when Le'Veon Bell not playing. You can't judge a nigga when Big Ben is